Alright guys, there we go. Finally. Alrighty. Welcome. Sorry guys it took so long.
Technical difficulties.
Yep, that's what happens.
We're in the middle of rearranging some of the
A lot of
work
stuff.
area, drywall, new walls going in the machine shop, so just all kinds of stuff.
Oh yes. So I do apologize guys for the wait. Thank you for joining us though here tonight. So I know it's a Wednesday. I know it's not our typical day that we usually cast, but thank you guys for sticking around and sticking with us through this.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys probably have already seen from the Kickstarter update, the last engine will be going out the door hopefully tomorrow, is what it looks like as of right now. And that does not necessarily mean it'll be yeah, we're blaming Murphy. He works overtime, and he was an optimist. But the
This is a pickup.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not, otherwise we would have shipped it.
Exactly.
Someone wants to pick it up, and we love it.
And it's going to be the very last of the Kickstarter engines, so which is fantastic news. It also means that we will be dedicating pretty much 100% of our effort into getting the systems out, and so everybody who's still on the waiting list right now on the Kickstarter side to get the systems, you're not going to be getting the System 30. You're going to be getting the System 30M, which is the improved version of the System 30.
And
So-
there's one in the print room right now. I don't know if you
Yes.
have that camera still enabled.
That was one of one of the things that was giving me a little bit of trouble.
Hmm.
So you know what? Give me just 1 second. Let me try and see if I can bring up the drop cam one more time and see if we can show it. So apparently multiple streams.
They'll
Don't
be
work so
doing
well.
a test print on this. This is Mr. Bowen's printer.
Mhm.
And we changed it about 400 times until we were really happy with it. Now we're happy, and that's now the pedals to the metal on those. The 30Ms are on their way out the door.
Mhm.
In a perfect world,
Oops. Yep.
it goes a little smoother. I don't know how many people. You know, Joe showed me his app on his phone. He was watching it on his phone today.
Mhm.
He thought that was kind of cute.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about the QC print room where we are running prints. They were making an octopus today that was, that had to be a 10-hour print, wasn't it?
It actually was quite sizable. Yes.
It was north of 8 hours. I know that because it was 8 hours and still wasn't finished when I saw it.
Yeah. Well, funny thing is that the camera that we have here is working, but the drop cam is not working. So, if it's not one thing, it's another.
They'll get it figured out. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be working tomorrow at the normal time, won't it?
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to see what it looks like, they're welcome to check in tomorrow.
Yep.
You want me to go see if the octopus is finished? I'll bring it up.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can go do it.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
good.
that's fine. So, yeah, I'll go down there and see if I can get it. If everything's works right, you can use this button right down here in order to switch over to this one once it comes up.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and see if
Just gonna check on the camera.
hopefully it's not another blower breaker. So,
So it's been an interesting couple weeks. That's safe to say. The pieces falling in together has been nice. We're smooth on the engines. Today I received the new sheet metal covers for the tablet engines, which we will be releasing the brochures and product information probably about 10 days from now. They've got everything arranged for the photo shoot, and they are actually shooting some pictures today, but I think they're going to take a week or so to get it done. We have a new guy working with us. His name is Leo, and Leo's his own famous guy. I think we mentioned him last time, but Leo is making lots more videos for us. So the number of videos to watch for self-training, for basic information, for refresher on how to print. We have a series of steps that I always follow, and they seem to serve me well. And so we're trying to pass that off to you guys. Another thing that goes along with that is that everything is in place now, and next week we will put the links up for the lasers, and so you guys can start contacting Shenzhen Laser Works and getting in their queue. I don't think their lead time is going to be very long, probably in the order of about 3 weeks, and so I don't expect any delays with them other than normal shipping delays. And we've been doing business with that group for a long time, and found it to be very reliable. So I think that you guys will have a good thing to go with it. Dan just walked in. Well, I think it's a pretty remarkable print. You are so lucky
What?
to make such a print. Well, you know what? That really proves something, and I'm not sure what it proves, but you notice that the texture on this one is vastly better than it is on this one.
Mm-hmm.
We've become really picky. I mean, we made the mistake of printing something at 100 microns, i.e. an octopus. And yes, I will come in closely. And if you look, can that focus? There. If you look, the texture is fairly decent, although I can see now in the light here that it highlights the little freckles on it. Come on. That's where we need the microscope. Anyway, and this one is at 300 microns. Let's see if I can get that up there. I don't know why it's not focusing in. There. You'll see the texture on it isn't as smooth as it is on the other one. So we might have some moisture issues still. Not much.
About 40% in the print room.
Is it the relative humidity?
When we did that one, it was roughly about 45. This one today was around 40, so it was about 5% less.
Huh.
So.
Well, we'll do the same print tomorrow at a lower speed, and then we're going to do the same print inside of the system 30 with some desiccant going on in it, and see if we can drop that relative humidity down. We're trying to get some better matrices. I guess the right way to say it is we're trying to come up with a standard way of parameterizing a print. So we're talking about a material, we're talking about a temperature range, show you what the output is, another temperature, another output, same exact item. Another one will be cooling versus non-cooling. And we're trying to get this into a standard format so you kind of can just go right through. Okay, I'm going to do T-glaze today. Let's see. Okay, then it looks like 215 degrees C is the one I want. And slow the print down a little bit because it doesn't flow quite so well. Or, there are different parameters. Some things work better at different temperatures. Those of you that have experimented with printing with PLA versus ABS, you know that the temperature is quite a bit lower on the ABS. But the shrinkage is different. So also methodologies for sticking. By the way, something that was passed to me, I think I may have passed this on the last broadcast, but if I didn't, beer. Somebody has pointed us to the fact that you can coat glass with beer, 6 or 7 coats. So you put a spray coat on, let it dry, another one. When you get 6 or 7 coats up, it starts to prove to be a very good surface for ABS printing. So for those of you that are bold and have beer readily available, I guess
preferably the type that you do not like.
Yeah, we don't want you drinking on the job there, but you might give it a try, and we'd love to hear back from you. We are currently have 2 people trying different lagers, and feel like we're not sure what the reason is it's working or if it's working at all, but we are spray one, drink one, spray one, drink one. Yeah, only Greg would come up with that one. Anyway, the beer is supposed to work, and we have a couple people trying it on their own, and
I start to think a lot of things are good after I've taken 6 or 7 cups of beer too. Oh man, what a group! You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, yeah. So, sweet. Anyway, if someone wants to give us feedback on their experience with the beer, not the consumed beer, but the sprayed dried beer, and if you consume it, just be careful with the wording. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
And we'll share on the next broadcast how our 2 spies are working it out and see what happens. So, I just thought you guys would find that as an interesting thing. I can only imagine that it's some kind of a sugar that forms on the coating on the surface because the alcohol is going to boil off. And so if that's the case, maybe we're going to derive this down to sugar water, in which case I'm pretty sure we can get that anywhere in the world. So that sounds quite interesting to me from that standpoint. Then we'll come up and we'll do a war with Sprite versus Coca-Cola. And I don't want the Coke anywhere near my bearings, so forget that. But
well, you can put it on, not necessarily. I mean, just remove the glass, put the Coke on there, and then.
With a straw?
No.
I know, I'm kidding. Okay. Anyway, Greg, I'm glad to see you're up and on it, and I'm going to send you a couple of the latest Digitramps, two parts. Sorry we haven't been a little bit quicker the last couple of days. We're in the middle of this construction thing, and it's kind of, we got everything in a disarray. What was the other thing?
Which one? Besides the construction.
Yeah, I covered the Shenzhen Laser Works will be online next week, and the new tablets are looking sweet. Would you
like to show this?
Yeah, you can.
So this is for Davo. So Lord Davo, if you're out there and you're watching this, thank you. Yeah, show them first that the material that we were testing first. So that's balsa wood. Okay. And this is what Davo printed. I used laser on. So
little wood burning action. You also did some other stuff here. Yeah, that one didn't come out. I don't know what he's doing, what he's got set up or not, so I don't really want to start a fire, but
no.
He's playing with it. But
yeah.
The foam cutting's great, and the stencil making's great.
Yes.
I actually like the stencil making quite a bit. Doesn't he have any of the paper stencil thing he had? Does he have the black paper here?
No, there's not.
Best laid plans. Oh well. Oh, I do remember something. Those of you that are waiting for the high temperature head, they were delivered in Shenzhen about 11 hours ago.
Yep.
And they will be shipping to us tomorrow. And I have 10 heads. If I have 2 or 3 people that have a material that they convince me is worth it, I will send heads their way. So if anybody wants a high temperature head, that's one that goes to 350 degrees C. And in specific, think that polycarbonate or Peak is another one that I definitely think is going to be worth printing on. We even have Peak rod here in the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to print some material in loops and then do stretch failure analysis on it, showing you what ABS, nylon, so you can get your elasticity and then your ultimate tensile strength. We're really looking forward to showing how the different strengths of the materials is. We also have come across this week a polyester material that looks really promising. And it looks really promising, especially in a co-build where we build part ABS, part polyester. And we'll also be doing the same thing for that. If anybody out there has significant material test experience and would like to suggest some form of a tensile test, ASTM type of a test that you think would be more warmly received, I'm used to shear pull stress analysis where you have a peel strength. You can have so many pounds of shear strength or peel strength. We do that a lot in bonding where we're using polymer, stuff like that. So, you know, there it is. Yeah. Give us a shout. We'd be interested in hearing in some kind of a proper characterization of it. Let's see what we've got here.
Hello, Jay Lee, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Glue stick for the win. Yes, Powers USA. Rich Jeremy says, lately I've been using Build Tack. Never had a lift since. Otherwise, ABS washing glasses work for us as well too. Yeah.
Which one is Build Tack?
Build Tack I have not used yet.
Where did you get your Build Tack? We would like to know.
Yeah.
Oh, I shot you an email today. Greg, do you mind if we share? I thought you said it was okay, but do you mind if we share your super secret desiccant kit with everybody, the one that you used to dry out your filament? Greg was nice enough to share with me several months ago a Home Depot / eBay / super hybrid, really nice container, easy way to store your filament and guarantee that it stays dry. We're finding more and more that the dryness of the filament, if you're really looking for the best possible build, that dryness pays real rich dividends.
Mm-hmm.
Great, thanks, Greg. We'll have Davo put that up on the website tomorrow. That's why I emailed it to. I emailed it to Davo, and so it'll be on one of the. What was the .net one? Which one's our website we're storing stuff on? Where the forums are?
It's the .net.
It'll be the .net.
Yeah.
So
the .com right now is yeah.
Anyway, it's a really, I think, a slick way to store material, and the more we have it around here, and we leave our material open for a few days, and the rain comes through, and then the print quality goes down. So we feel there's a huge correlation there between moisture in the air and print quality. Anyway, let's see what the next thing is here. What's June? Do they also have plastic covers?
They cover the glass to protect from the laser.
I'm not sure I understand that question, Jen.
I believe that's going to be for this is some 30s. Specifically, probably the glass by itself having the correct tinting.
Oh.
So
we have an option to get all orange for blocking UV. Let me explain that to you guys. There's two lasers. I think we said it before. One's 405 nanometers. That's for exposing ultraviolet sensitive material, where it's crosslink and it's a photo initiator. We also have LEDs that go down to 280 nanometers for using basically a photo plotting process. That's our one of our three things we've been working on that's working. And then we have the flood tool, which is basically as it comes out the tip, we're fixing it. And that actually is the way we're doing the polyester. So we have a cross-link on dispense, where we're dispensing the material and cross-linking as it comes out. The other use of the laser is, of course, that we're using as a burning cutting laser, which, you know, if you're printing something, you want to make a nice little box for it, there's a use for it. We actually are looking, we talked with someone this week who wants to do a foam and then coat it with polyester. So it's a two-part material. So we're going to cut the foam and in the same buildup come back and dispense polyester and cross-link it in place. Mm-hmm. And so you get a hybrid, almost like a surfboard type of fabrication, if you please. So those of you that are big-time miniature surfers, because it's not a very big board, you can get an idea of what it's good for. Let's see what we've got here.
How's that batch of 30Ms coming along?
I think that they are coming along pretty dang good, actually. We've got one in the print room, and there'll be one more tomorrow, or two more tomorrow. We're picking up speed on them. There was a hitch. You know, I think those of you that have been waiting patiently know what it's about, but the hitch was just sealing the rear of it up the way we wanted it. And Hutch here is showing off the printer. It's not really an angle that you can see because you're looking through one of the engines.
Yep.
Tomorrow we'll move the
system
closer so you guys can get a closer look at it, but it's too bad we can't do a rotated view on it because it looks so nice from the front. Anyway,
that's true.
The new material brackets came in. They look great. The whole thing looks great. I'm very happy with the way the rear of it's sealed up, and I think that it'll be. Well, we already know. The one that went out in the wild, it's been out there about 3 weeks now, I think it's gotten well received. If I'm not mistaken, I think Robin's having a good time with it and still likes it.
Absolutely.
I know he's printed enough stuff, like a couple complete chess sets already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got here. Inventables, originally but otherwise buildtac.com. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. June Lee says that he can draw anything. Okay. Look, there are some things that we've done when we were printing and we thought, nah, that's not important. Trust me, dry material is important. It's not important if you don't really care what your print looks like. If you really want a nice looking print, dry material is a good thing. So just expect that. Let's see what we got here. 3D build plate. What's that thing? What's Jim asking about down here? Jim has given us a Kickstarter project to look at.
Okay.
It is, oh, a new build plate.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a PEI?
Well, obviously they're not going to tell you what they put into it, but more than likely it's probably going to be like a PEI or like an acrylic-based type of PEI, or you know, a combination of those individual types of chemicals together. So.
All right, so if it's magnetic, it must be iron.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly not aluminum, certainly not fiberglass.
Well, that's just part of it. So.
They're getting the Micro Center price on filament now.
Yep.
Wow.
So, if anybody of you guys know, Micro Center is selling the toner plastics materials that are coming out of Massachusetts for about $15 per kilo. So, if you are near a Micro Center, you should be able to pick one up for actually quite cheap. You can also order some of the material online, although I don't know if you can or not. So, it is magnetic, it is stainless, so yeah. So is a polymer, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, like this.
Let me just slide back up a second there. We're just still reading this. Sorry.
Thanks, Jim.
It's a magnetic stainless.
Yeah.
18.8 then,
Mm-hmm.
more than likely. Well, we'll see how it works. Nice thing is, everything we've got is modular, so if you want to move to another plate, you can certainly do that.
Yep. Their Kickstarter ended, so.
Oh, good. Anyway, so we're not going to be on too long tonight. We're all like really tired, and we just wanted to try and keep the date. So we apologize if we seem a little tired tonight. It has been known to happen. You know, actually, I mean, this was an amazing day even. We had like 11 people in the work area all just doing something, working hard. The problem is that half those guys were undoing the work we were doing because they were in construction mode. But we're really lucky. I feel like now the group of guys we've got are working together real well. They're meshing real well. I think they all care very much about the finished product. They're very proud of what they're doing.
Yes, they are.
This has been a long time coming for us. We've had a lot of people who meant well, but not for whatever reason didn't mesh as well as we needed. So we feel blessed and relieved to have such privileged even to have such a nice group of guys working together now. So to all you guys that are on the team, if you hear this or whatever, we want to tell you guys thanks a lot. And I know Hutch and I both feel more at ease now than we have been 6 months ago for sure, and a year ago for sure. And so we appreciate that.
So-
And those of you guys that have taken the time to keep up with us and check in and encourage and pound us or whatever is appropriate, we appreciate that a lot too. The short term, the ramp up of the System 30Ms, which means they will be going out between 5 and 10 units a week. I mean, like even now, they're in the test room, one's in the test room, and there will be 2 or 3 more go in tomorrow, and then they start flipping and going right out the door. So we'll get those up and out. I don't know if you guys, you realize we got the Kickstarters out, but all for the engines. But as of next week, there will be all open orders on the engines will be filled. There'll be no backlog. And those of you that are Kickstarters, and we're wondering why we didn't finish all the System 30s before we sent some engines out, is because we managed to work the kinks out of the engine 6 months ago, and it finally caught up with us, and the suppliers and everybody else started making the stuff right, and we had less rework, and next thing you know, boom, they're flying out the door without any trouble. We're still having a few rework issues, and it means a hole wasn't in the right place by a millimeter or something like that, but it means we oftentimes find ourselves taking a machine apart or changing it around so that it's perfect, or at least it's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not going to claim perfection. I'm still here on this planet. But you understand. So we think that the 30Ms are at a similar cycle point where we're very happy with them.
Yeah.
And there really won't be much in the way of a change to it. That we have a couple of accessories planned to it, and then we have a gantry-style print system planned for it. Yeah, I know, but that's already public knowledge. So you will see how that will evolve, but that will be multiple months from now when that evolves out.
Yeah.
And okay. Wait. Let me. June just asked about his way every minute. That's another thing that has been an unbelievable pain in the neck. Things we're talking about the MK1s now.
Mark ones.
Mark ones. The Teflon chute. 7 machine shops, all tried and all failed. Finally, 3 weeks ago, we got one that not only did a job, they did a phenomenal job. They do nothing but Teflon machining. That's all they do, and they know everything there is about holding it and finishing it with the right cut edge and the right tool. And so that's mystery solved. So one of the last parts, or actually the last part, was received yesterday, 200 of them, and they're already on their way here, and we're hoping to receive them Friday or Monday. But those were an unbelievable fiasco because we had them made 5 times. And each time something was wrong with their dimension. And it wasn't the drawing. They just didn't follow the drawing. And so this time, that's why I was in China a couple weeks ago. I did a first article inspection. They got that right. And so expect that towards the end of next week or within the next 2 weeks for sure, there will be a plethora of Mark 1s, and they will be flying out the door and fulfill all back orders on the Mark 1s. I think by Thanksgiving, every Mark 1 that's on back order will have been shipped.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
What announcement? Bildrick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome.
sorry. You're up in the middle of the night, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, you didn't miss much. We just talking about that the engines are out the door, and that we're now pushing out the 30Ms,
Pre-orders
which is yours. In other words, you're on that group. There are only 11 of the systems left to go for the Kickstarters, just so everybody's wondering what the number is. And so we're getting that number knocked down too. It will only be 6 by the end of next week or 5 by the end of next week.
Yes.
So, and what we're shipping now should be shipping with a full complement of heads, or at least whatever ships next week will ship with a full complement of heads.
Yeah.
We're down to a minimal amount at the moment, but that should change in just a few days. So,
Good question, Jaylee. Would the high temperature head or the 3mm ship sooner? It's a good question.
Are you wanting a 3mm head? Because if you are, I'm only going to send the high temperature head to a half dozen people maximum.
Yeah, for testing.
The reason is that the upper range of the temperature is far north of what the specification is. So we're not going to tell you how hot it'll get. I'm just going to tell you it will go way above 350C. And I will limit their initial design to 350 in the software and also by design. But with the minor modification, the components are compatible another 100 plus degrees. What we're going to do with that, we can't tell you. However, if you're one of the guys that I think will not hurt himself or your machine, I would be glad to put you in the first group of guys, which would be in the next 3 weeks for a high temperature head to test with. And that would definitely be in front of 3mm material. That said, we will also have 2 to 5 of the high temperature heads that also print 3mm material. So you might kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't you Skype in with us during the week and talk to me so that I feel like I'm doing the right thing by you. It sounds crazy. I know you guys think, oh no, what's he worried about? I'm worried about you starting a fire. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm also think that some of us are ready to drive a spaceship, some of us aren't. And I just want to make sure I have a limited number of heads, although as these ring out, the supplier is awesome. I mean, we have a really good supplier. For the high temperature print heads. So I am looking that if this is approved and we all have a good experience, 3 weeks after I push that button, I'll have 100, 500, whatever we want. So I'm really excited about that. It's nice to have a supply chain in place for a change.
Oh yeah.
So the people that did the machining for this are the same ones that can do our volume production. Normally we go to someone that does local production, and unfortunately for us and for him, he's sick, very sick, and so we aren't pressing him to do anything for us that he can't do comfortably. And so we went to one of our volume suppliers who normally would not make these for us, but I bribed him. I gave them large chunks of gold, and they said, oh, okay, we'll do it. And so that's what happened. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Who is Budo 7?
Don't out yourself, obviously, on the on the cast.
Tell us where you're at.
You can probably determine exactly where you're from. So, let's see. Hildrick, is it possible for your queue? Excuse me.
Is it possible your queue of order isn't very accurate? Oh no, it's completely, absolutely certain it's not accurate. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got it. Yeah.
I got it.
Yep.
All right. So Hildrick, are you concerned that we're not got you in the right place, or does it look like there's 500 printers in front of you? Because none of those would be accurate information.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think for us, shipping into Europe is probably a logistics that we have to work out. We've shipped several printers to Europe, so that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But we were trying to figure out where we would ship it from.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's ready. Certainly, design's ready.
Oh yeah.
So we reached the stage we wanted to before we sent him his printer.
Oh yeah.
What's the homepage?
Okay. Hildrick, I'll be very candid about the homepage. We haven't spent pretty much any kind of time on it for a full year now. It's pretty much apparent as to the verbiage on the very front page.
The November special.
Yeah, just in time for the 2013 holidays.
I'm sorry.
So So, yeah.
Not just 16. What is not? There are lots
So-
of printers missing.
Yeah. And
What's the homepage say?
Yeah. So all right, Carl.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm sorry.
It's bad.
Well, show it to me.
Okay.
I'm sure there will be an interesting discussion at the end of all this, just after we hang up.
So yeah.
Hey, that looks awesome. Those are two of my favorite videos. Keep going
Yeah.
down to what he's talking
To,
about. Well, you know
Yeah.
what? This is a no-brainer. We got the list. I can have Tide update this.
I can have Tide update this. We can also have Aldea update this too.
Well, which
She
we
got-
had one to the other, but Aldea's got it updated. She just gave me the printout today.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Matter of fact, I have it in my pocket.
Yep.
I might have it in my
Yeah.
pocket. Well,
Thanks, Patrick.
What do you say?
It's not 2013.
Oh man.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know that this is the anniversary, the second anniversary.
Let me clear
Of
the
the
air real
Kickstarter.
quick. Okay, I will name just the first name of the person because we don't want to embarrass anybody here.
Yeah.
This is all of the Kickstarters that are left. Mateo, which in case I'll tell you something. Mateo, I'm making a special one for you.
Yep.
Okay, one that's taller than anybody else's because it's well suited to extrusions, which is
What
one of your
forte
primary
is.
uses are.
Mhm.
And we very much appreciate your visit a few months back.
Yeah.
Jamie, yours is in the print room.
That's the one that was on the drop can.
Joshua, you get the one with the extended build size,
Mm-hmm.
and yours should be on test next week.
Here.
Kirpa,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm sure it'll be one of them. I'm sure that's go. Ingo,
Yeah.
you know who you are. I need to refund your money for the scanner because we have been so late on it. I'd rather just give you back your $1,500 or whatever it is. Or you said something earlier about you'd rather have some print heads. Maybe you'd like to have a high temperature head. Whatever you would like, we will honor it. So we appreciate your support throughout all this.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, Alan, Wakwan,
Mm-hmm.
Tim down in Australia,
Mhm.
and Tim and I have an agreement. I will send his from China because it will be much cheaper and much better. Charles, which we just whatever you want, Charles.
So it's actually 13, not 11, but sorry.
Well, actually, a couple of these are not what you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Lynn, Pacacho, and John
Bakojo, yeah.
Pacojo.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the entire list. And
Mm-hmm.
of that entire list, 5 of them are specials. And so that means that I'm doing something that I wanted to do for them to let them know we appreciate it, but also something that suited their needs well.
Yeah.
And, that's where we're at. But we'll update the list. As a matter of fact, I don't know that it even needs to be up there anymore for the Kickstarters because all the engines are filled. So
Yep.
maybe we will show the systems left. That's an easy thing to do.
Yep.
They were shipping quite well. The other ones at the end of the model run when we ran the regular system 30s, we were cranking out 5, 6 a week, and it was no problem, along with engines. And so I expect us to go to 10 a week on the system 30Ms within a couple of weeks here.
Oh, yeah.
So I know we can do one a day right now and keep everything else going on laterally. And now that the engine orders are filled, next week we can move that up and get it to 10. So that's what's happening with that.
Regarding delivery, Carl, will we meet in Munich?
I would love to meet you in München. I'm not sure what my schedule is as far as my next trip into Deutschland. So let me see if I can correspond with you in the next couple days. So,
X-Forma 23, yes.
which one is he?
I believe he's number 15.
Yeah, but his name should have been on the list. If I didn't read your name, please tell me, because it means that we screwed up. That's never happened before. It doesn't mean we don't have a printer for you.
If I'm not X-Forma 23, please forgive me.
Is he Kickstarter?
I'm not sure if you use a Kickstarter or not. That's the one thing. When we switched over from, I think it's the same.
Wait. Could you please
It's
tell
that-
us where
it's
you're
that.
located?
Mm-hmm.
Or give me your first name?
Yeah.
And I apologize to everybody else. You shouldn't have to watch us fumble like this, but, you know, dirty laundry's dirty laundry, and I want to get it right. This is one of the great things about having an open forum. You know, can't hide a lot.
Yeah. Yes. He contacted us right after the Kickstarter had ended. Right after and so Aldea was going off of the list. So
Where's he at?
he's up in New York.
I don't know him.
Okay. Oh yes you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know that name.
Oh yeah.
I swear to you, I do not know that name. I might know him some other way, but I don't know
The
that
second we
name.
get on Skype, you're gonna know exactly who he is. So,
Okay, so
Yeah, because you Skyped in with
here,
him.
you got writing like a typewriter. You've never seen such beautiful penmanship. It's true. Hutch is like the original laser writer. Got it. Upstate New York.
Yep.
Oh, can you say crispy? Oh, now you had to say that. Okay, I know exactly where you are. A million apologies. All right, you're on that list.
Yes, he is.
I will
So-
make sure that we have you
Yep.
in the right place, and
He'll be the one right after. Yeah. John at the very bottom.
before Thanksgiving for sure.
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely.
All Kickstarters out before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you. You make the really nice furnitura for the,
Oh yes. Yeah.
you know. that's
Oh
what-
yes. Yes.
Hey, squeaky wheel's right, but the bottom line is we make mistakes, sometimes we don't. So you weren't really lost, you were just lost because my feeble knowledge
Mhm.
of non-Kickstarters that should have been Kickstarters. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, don't be playing with me like that. I know Santa's not bringing you a new printer before Christmas, David. But you never know. Could be one for the Chinese New Year. David's one of our favorite guys. He really he was fun to talk to. I kind of miss talking to you, David. You always had something interesting to say. But he really gave us so much information. For months, he would tell us something about. He probably has more printers than any other person on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever met anybody that has that many printers.
Yes, you do, but not personally. It's within their business.
Okay.
You sat next to him on the airplane.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't run the
Okay.
printers. He just runs the business.
that's true. Okay.
So,
Yep. Exactly, David.
David, that's who I sat next to on the plane. Of all things, you guys won't believe this. I'm flying from California to Atlanta, and I'm talking to this guy, and I go, well, what do you do? He goes like, well, you know, we have a 3D printing company. I said, really? That's cool, because we're kind of trying to make 3D printers. This is like a year and a half ago. And I said, who are you? And the guy introduced himself, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then after we talked, I said, wait a minute, aren't you that guy? He goes, yeah. And he goes, I'm going to Austin to get investors to expand our company. And it was the founder of Shapeways.
Yep.
So I thought that was hilarious anyway. You know, it was really impressive karma. So. Wow.
Oh yeah.
David, who's got the CNC?
Rich Zero MD. Yeah.
You're a man who's equipment poor. Oh, hey, I wanted to pass something by you guys.
Oh.
Any of you that live near a university, we have been informed that there is a practice by some universities to actually rent the printer time. And some of you guys might consider renting time on your printers. Now, I'm not saying those of you that are introverts and don't want anybody coming to your home, but there is an opportunity there, because what we're hearing is some universities are 12, 13, 14, 15 bucks an hour they're renting their printer to print on. And I was thinking, wow, I mean, that's an opportunity for the right entrepreneur.
I saw one today that said $50 an hour to run the machine.
Might be a really nice machine.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know if it was like laser centering it when it comes to metals or what it was, but I just remember seeing the number and just kind of going, it's a little high, but
David, you just said that you have a laser printer. I mean, a laser cutter. Have you seen the origami, laser origami? It will tickle your brain. I mean, you should really take a look at it. It's on YouTube. Just put in laser origami. I don't know if you can find that or not.
I might be able to.
They cut, and then they come in with a laser and move it real fast so it's not cutting. It heats it up, and it goes and bends down, so they can create all these really cool shapes. Whoa, I like that fail compilation. Anyway, it is, yeah, like that one.
Okay.
It's probably going to make, oh, I wanted to, anyway. Check it out, laser origami.
Which one right here?
Yeah.
Is this one, right? Come on.
Yeah.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so cool.
Let me go ahead and share the link
All right.
with everybody. Bam. There you go, guys. Quick little thing.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The red ant laser? Oh. Did you share that? Yeah. What's the red ant laser? Sounds like a little ant.
I do not know. Hold on just one moment. Let me Google that for you.
Jim, if you're still on, are you printing better now? Have you got a handle on how things work? Event sucker into the gantry. Is that the laser?
This is the laser.
And they got a tube for it. That's nice.
Yep.
I like that. That's a nice little design.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Jim Powers, Mr. USA. So, are you printing okay? You figured out your G-code preambles and all that? I'm assuming you did because I haven't heard back from you. I think you and Davo worked it out. He's checking out the laser thing.
Well, I'm
That's
just
not-
bringing it up. Just, yeah.
Wow,
Oh, they didn't make it.
that's too bad.
Yeah.
I like it. Anyway, we're putting something together also so that if any of you guys have any ideas, we're going to sponsor a design competition over the Christmas break. And we're not sure of the overall length of it, but we have some people that have been doing designs for artificial hand,
Mm-hmm.
and we decided that we're going to sponsor a competition such that we're going to open it to high schools and universities, and the one that wins the competition
We,
will have some very nice printing prize.
yes.
So yeah, it'd be great, Jim. I'd love to see what you're doing. Anyway, so if you know of high schools that are in robotics teams, or if you know universities that are working on biometronics, and any of those people would like to have a way to get a 3D printer, have them get in contact with us, and we'll be posting that on our website. We're also going to place that out in YouTube. But we don't know all the avenues to get the word out. We would love to have a lot of people involved in this. Turns out that someone that's personally attached to us in the organization made us think that this would be a fun thing, but more importantly, a meaningful thing to sponsor and try to get out and give back a little bit to the community. So we'll have a lot more information with that right after Thanksgiving. We've got a whole package we're putting together for it. So pass it around. If anybody has any ideas they want to throw our way, quite often we get amazing stuff out of you guys. So if something comes to mind, shoot us an email. Anyway, I think I'm fading now. I
Yeah.
apologize, you guys. I have to be up at 2:30 or 3 every morning. They're merciless because I'm still working with our suppliers in China to make sure everything's happening. There's always questions every day. And there's also good reports. Today was a good report. I love it on good days because they're telling me what they got. They show it to me. We take pictures. And I say, ship it, ship it.
Yeah.
And they do.
Rather immediately, yeah.
And the good thing is, no one's been running counterfeit money across the border the last few weeks, so now stuff's actually getting here again.
Yep.
So it's an adventure for sure.
Mhm.
Anyway, if there's any last minute questions, when's the next podcast? It would probably be a week from Sunday, but we will this time give you at least 5 days notice.
Yeah.
I apologize for this. Along with it, we had talked last week about doing it this Wednesday instead of Sunday, just so we could mix it around. Some people can't do Sunday nights. I think it's best for more people, but
We were pretty exhausted this Sunday.
yeah.
It,
But we had already chose earlier not to do it. We just didn't communicate it. So we'll get that in several days early for you, at least 5 days early.
yeah.
And it will depend on my travel schedule. I might have to go back to Shenzhen, and I'm trying to avoid that. 30 hours on an airplane just doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me.
No,
So we do what we have to do.
that's right.
Anyway, cool. In that case, it doesn't look like there's any other requests or questions.
No.
Again, a million thank yous to you guys for checking in and putting up with us, and things are going good.
Oh, yeah.
So we're happy, and things are like I said, going good. But
They're cooking.
I think this will be a real nice next 2 months for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good. All right, guys.
All right.
Blessings on all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. And just remember, this would not be possible had it not been for you backing us from the very first.
Triple ditto.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Have a good night.